The question is, our board spends most of the time talking about future plans to diversify and generate new income streams, but we aren't making any progress. How do we go from talking about it through to getting some action and results?
Oh, love this question. It's a real thing of mine that, when I'm working with organisations, I see it time and time again. It's usually a dot point in the strategic plan, and it's sort of usually, way down at the bottom, and we need to diversify our income streams and be more sustainable. Number one, I say move it up to the top in your strategic plan. Make it more prevalent and prominent so that if you are reporting against your strategic plan in every board report, which you really should be, because that's the best and the easiest way to do it, that item actually gets some airtime. It's not at the bottom and we've run out of time and we suddenly forget. One of the best ways to actually sort of shift your thinking is what I'd say from a grant mentality to a revenue and income generating mentality. So the grant mentality is, oh, we can't do that because we don't have the money, so we're going to have to get a grant, and if we don't get the grant, we can't do it. Okay, so if you shift that and say, okay, well, what knowledge, expertise, assets do we have as an organisation, or it could be individual staff, or it could be key volunteers, or what products and services could we create that we could actually sell to derive income to make a choice about what we do with that money? That's a completely different way of thinking about it. And if you did a breakdown of all of your income streams, how long they're valid for or until they go, and then what percentage of your income that makes up, it's quite scary for a lot of people, because suddenly you might realize that you've got 90% of your income coming from 2 or 3 sources that are going to dry up in 12 months. So you need to have the data that helps give you the insight, but also the wake-up call that gives you a little bit of a jolt to say this is a priority. Because, private sector businesses don't wait around for big grants. Non-profits and social impact businesses need to generate services that are relevant and generate income. So a really quick example of a way that an organisation I'm working with has done that is, they were doing lots of face-to-face workshops on a particular topic to do with family violence and employers, and, building their awareness. And when they realised actually that they could do something like we're doing right now on X Factor Live with video and using Zoom and some of these online learning platforms, they created a whole series of videos that they could then sell that could be used in workplaces all around, not just Australia, but internationally. And now they've productized something and they can get the income. So I think it's not about doing things that are not aligned with your purpose. It's about saying, how could we get this information out there in a cost-effective way that we could also earn income from? And just lastly, I see a lot of people giving a lot of information away for free, especially from non-profits with their corporate partners. So see if you can sort of package something up that part of what you're giving and receiving is corporate advice or intel, and helping actually further another organisation's goals with the knowledge and expertise you have, but being paid for it.